Pamela.
I'm Kate.
And I'm Ebong. Today we're dishing with you from Founding Farmers, which is located at 1924 Pennsylvania Avenue in Northwest.
And today our guest is George Hawkins, who is the director of DC's Department of the Environment. So welcome.
I'm delighted to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're in a very kind of like organic green place right here.
It is a very good place, drinking DC tap water.
DC tap water, nothing but the best.
Just for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. So Director, tell us a little bit about the most exciting initiative that you have going on that's green for the nation's capital.
We have so many. I think as long as the mayor's not here, I can say this, which is I got the best job in DC, bar none. Top of the line. Because we're doing so many exciting things in this city to green it with the help of everybody. I mean, the more friends and allies we have is incredible. The best of them, and it's the best of the best because we got a lot, is we're taking the kids of this city and we're employing them in two corps, and you will see them on the streets. They'll be in blue shirts and green shirts. There's two programs. They'll be in every neighborhood, on every stream, on every street. We're going to be cleaning up streams. We're going to be teaching them how to get a career in the green field. And the city will be transforming. It's district kids doing that work. 6,000 of them started today.
6,000.
Now this was a huge increase from last year, right? 6,000 is huge. Last year was the first year they did this program. How many did you have last year?
We had about 350 last year. Here's what's great. Here's what's great about DC government. This is what's great. You can conceive an idea and build it. Most governments are split. You have a state or a federal, and they ponder great thoughts, but they don't do things. You have a city government that's to deliver services, but they don't get to ponder the thoughts. What's great about DC, we're a city government, we're a county government, we're a state government. We thought about this 2 years ago. We had 12 kids. 12. But we sat around these two tables. Last year we 350 with a new program. This year 6,000. You dream it, you can build it in this city. This is the city of dreams.
So can you give us an example of a program?
Pardon me?
An example of a program in which you...
There's two of them. One's called the Mayor's Green Summer. That's the green shirts. And one is called Mayor's Conservation Corps. That's the blue shirts. The green shirts are in 4 teams. Water, trees, parks, and energy. On energy, for example, we're going to have kids walking around the city, talking to their neighbors, actually making light bulb switches. They will give someone a free new CFL light bulb, the low energy type, in exchange, as long as you give the old one back. And in the conversation, we'll then describe other things that can be done in that house to reduce energy. It reduces energy, it cuts global warming, it reduces cost, it'll save people money, and there's a lot of people in the city who are having a very hard time right now. And our kids are going to be walking neighborhood by neighborhood helping on that. That's one of the teams we have working out in the city this summer.
How old are the kids?
The kids in the summer program are from the ages of 14 to 21. So it's a wide range. The way we built this is so that you can come back year after year. Do the tree team one summer, the park team the next summer, the energy team. They get curriculum support, college training, how to turn this into not just a good summer job, which it is. For some of these kids, it's the first job they've ever had. They got to clock in, they got to clock out. If they don't work, they don't get paid. But we also want to show you can go to college for this, you can make a career for it, and it's not like being a software engineer or something that's unattainable. These are jobs that these kids can aspire to. And it's the new world. This morning we had a whole group of them, 800 of them at the Armory. I said, someday, I'm a lawyer, I am going to work for somebody in this room. Because someone's going to start one of the buildings. This is like Microsoft. You're at the beginning. This is the ground floor of a change to our entire economy. And you're it. You're getting a chance to start here, and I'm going to work for one of your businesses, and I will be delighted to do it.
And that's what you tell a great story about last year when you were talking to some of the kids about what they were doing for their own community and how they started to really appreciate what they were doing for their community. Do you remember that story?
I do. I live in Shaw, and I walk to work every morning because I can. The great thing about living in the city, why do I walk? Because I can. But I was walking to work going by Kennedy, and one of our teams was at Kennedy. They all knew me because I'd spoken to them, and I heard them all swearing in the street, and I'm old enough that I wasn't even sure what they were saying. I'm like, I've lost the language. But I walked across the street, they knew me, they're like, oh, Mr. Hawkins. I was like, what's going on? It turns out what they were mad about were their neighbors who were throwing trash in the street. And they were mad because this was now their neighborhood and they were identifying with it. Not only were they doing a cleanup, they had a clipboard and they were assessing all the little parks, the vacant properties, what needed to be done, where trees needed to be watered, and they were doing the work. And they get training trying to turn it into a career. So it's the whole package.
Well, this is part of a larger green initiative that you've been working on for a while, yes? It's just one little portion of it.
One little big, but yes, it's one piece of what we call the Green DC agenda. Green.dc.gov. Easy to remember, one portal, everything you want to know. And that's an agenda for everything being done in the city. And if you go on that site, we did not organize it the way government organizes itself. We organize it the way people live their lives. So you go on this site, you'll see, what are we doing green in the home, in the school, in a park, at a job, so you don't need to know which agency is doing what. You don't need to know. You just need to know, I care about my home. You click on it and everything we're doing that's greening homes is in one place. We have who's doing the work, when's the deliverables, when it needs to be done, it's accountability, and that's an agenda for the entire city. GreenDC.gov, it's right there.
You are so passionate about it. I appreciate your enthusiasm. I think it's fantastic. But you weren't always from DC. You were from a different place.
I was from the state of New Jersey, which is a great place to learn. I actually was in DC working for Vice President Gore.
Oh, okay.
And the challenge that I had is that when you work at that level, you don't in fact deliver service.
Right.
You do ponder the great thoughts, which is great, but you don't ever do anything. Like, what about that site or that person? So I left DC to go to Jersey, because I figured if you want to go to the belly of the beast, Central Jersey on the turnpike, where else to go? New Jersey, the state that when they voted for their state name, you know what they voted for?
The Garden State.
No, that's the one they have.
Oh.
They were voting for a new one. It was New Jersey. You got a problem with that? That's what the people voted for. Number 2, New Jersey, forget about it. That was the people in New Jersey. That's good marketing. But I did land use, environment, how to control. I was teaching at college as well.
Okay.
But mainly it was how do you control the land. And what I learned was cities. Reinvent our cities, because we've abandoned the cities of this country over 50 years. And rebuilding cities. Energy use in a suburb, green in a suburb. Energy use in a city, green in a city.
Right.
It's just urban is the way. It doesn't mean it's the only choice. But let's make our cities work, and it's amazing how many problems we solve.
Wonderful what you're doing.
So I love to be part of it. That's why I love what I do.
And we always ask our guests, what is your favorite thing to do in DC?
My favorite thing to do in DC is hike. I hike the city almost every weekend for 3 or 4 hours at a time.
Where?
I set out.
Where?
Yeah, where can you hike?
I don't hike as in out in forest hike. I'm talking about the streets. I go through every neighborhood. I go
Street
into
hiking.
alleys, street hiking, because I love to see the city on the street, like the stairway in Georgetown that was from The Exorcist, and you go through Georgetown. Never done it. It's great. Walk the city. It's a beautiful city. You'll be amazed. There was a Civil War battle fought up on Georgia Avenue. I never knew that until I walked the streets. It's a fascinating city to walk. Love it.
Well, we'll have to try that out. Thanks
It's a
for
good
giving us a
thing.
great idea. And
Pleasure
thank
to be
you so
here.
much for coming
It's
on
been
to
a
speak with
total
us.
pleasure.
And thank you for being with us as always here on this episode of The District Dish.